Hello everyone and welcome back to our V Rising series. I am Survivor K and yeah, today is the day we say goodbye. Today is the day we're finishing this series. We've killed Dracula last time. We've done pretty much everything that can be done around here aside from a couple of min-max and stuff. But other than that, we are good to go. Dracula has been killed. It was a massive fight, and the reason why I brought you all today is because I wanted to share with you a couple of stuff that I use for the series, among others. So first of all, I never did a best base locations in this game, and the reason for that is because there are no best base locations. Yeah, no best base locations. Like, my castle looks like this here, by the way. But there's no such thing. If you want to play on PvE, there's no such thing as best base locations. That being said, I do have a couple of favorites. So these are gonna be my favorite base locations. And one of them is here, indeed. One of them is here, and another one, let me show it to you. I'm not gonna go over that one. The reason why this is good, it's actually because it's close to the city, to the docks, sorry, and to the silver mine. It's a very good location because later on, or later in the game, you're gonna need a lot of silver and a lot of gold, and this area provides it, provides monumental amounts. However, the reason why I'm saying there's no such thing as best is because you can very well send the servants to gather these kind of things for you. Now, another base location that I really like is up here. Yeah, this one. Very good, especially if you want to go a little bit smaller than what I did here. It's a very good place. Same thing, I really like these elevations to separate your main castle from the yard. And yeah, this is also nice. It has plenty of room. Your limit is just the imagination. But at the same time, it does not go too big. Like, the only argument against this I would have is that, you see, this doesn't end nicely. It should have ended in the bridges and so on. And it doesn't, right? But this one ends right here. So you can have a very clean... wow. A very clean entry and exit from the base, and it's actually not that bad. Aside from that, in this area there's one more that I really enjoyed when I built in it, and this is right here. I'm gonna get to it in a jiffy. Let me see, do I have a teleporter closer? Yeah, this one. Right, so yeah, 2-3 locations in Silverlight Hills are my preferred ones. Everything else, I honestly didn't build that much. I know this one also looks nice, but you're gonna have to wear your cloak all the time. And, oh, we passed it. Yeah. And kind of that's about it. It's not much in terms of base locations on PvE here. It's it depends on you. It depends on your what do you want to have as resources. There are no such thing as one base fits all, right? Especially if you're playing on a PvE server and you're not tampering with the single player settings like I did. There are some limitations in this game that I do not endorse under any way, shape, or form. I mean, it's a video game. Let me be free, please. And those are allowing to teleport with certain items, and we're gonna get to those in a minute once we have once we get to the settings. And this looks nice. Oh wow, okay. I cannot, of course I cannot drop here. Yeah, another good base location is this one, but I prefer its neighbor over it. I did build here before, and yeah, it's a really good spot. Let me show it to you. You have 2 entrances. This one comes with an additional area around here. You have a nice lake if you want to fish, right? Really nice lake here if you want to fish. And yeah, it looks just the same. It looks just the same. Like it's. This is why I'm saying it's not necessarily up to what's better or not. It is more up to what do you prefer to see. Yeah. The biggest pro here is the landscape behind it, right? It kind of, not necessarily the biggest pro, but it's a good pro because it kind of gives you the impression of more open space, right? So you can make your castle from one go here and extend a little bit down there. I had a prison down there with some stuff, so yeah, there's that. Really good base location, this one too. And one more that I really enjoyed, what I didn't use this time for some reason. Here, any works. Trust me. In Farbane Woods, almost anything works, except for going far, really far down. It's, yeah. I don't know about the bases here. I never tried them. I don't know if you even have base locations in the ruins of Mortium, but yeah, let's go to Dunley Farms, and I have only one more to show to you because the others I didn't really build in them, and I don't really like those areas, to be completely honest. So for me, Farbane Woods, Silverlight Hills, and Dunley Farms are the only places that I would actually make a more permanent castle. Yeah. And let me go show you my favorite spot from Dunley. And that's purely for building, right? There's no building in PvE, there's no PvP, there's no this works because it has better defensiveness and oh my god, cautiousness, right? It is nothing like that. And also in Dunley Farms, you have spread resources all over the place. So as long as you build close to the center, so here, or here, or here, you're good to go. Yeah. But this is not the area I'm looking for. This one is a fantastic area. It has 3 entrances, but is a fantastic area. And it's... actually, let me show you my favorite, my preferred one from here. And then we can go into the other one. And yeah, then we can dive right into the settings. This is the area I typically prefer here. I typically go to. Not in this series though. Because it's again layered. Now you're seeing the thematic that I have here. I like building my castle on a cliff and my yard lower down. My grounds they have to be lower than the castle. Right, so this is the theme I like going with. So this is very good, a very good area. You're gonna need a bear to crack this. I think. Is it crackable even? Yeah, it is. And it's a very, very good spot, right? It looks the same. I don't know about you guys, but to me it looks the same like the others. The only difference being it has that vibe of tower defense-y, of, you know, I don't know if you ever played back in the days Warcraft 3. There was a map called Island Defense, and this area reminds me quite a lot of it, and some Vampires on Fire. So yeah, this is why I like going for that one, even if in this playthrough we didn't go for it. Now the last one to show here, maybe this is a worthy mention, like a notable one. I'm not sure. Anything goes here, anything works. When you're going for PvE, especially when you're going for single player, do not limit yourself with base locations. You see a spot, build in the spot. The way you gather resources and the way you bring in resources in this game can be done in so many ways. So many ways. Just make sure the teleporter is there and you can reach pretty much everywhere. So this is the, I would say, the #1 spot in Dunley Farmlands, because it has a lake inside, and around this lake and a waterfall, and around this lake you can do wonders. It's extremely big, and it's especially flat for those of you that enjoy that, right? You have 3 points of access, which means you can go either way. at least around here, to farm stuff. Close to the iron cave, close to the iron mine. It's close to everything, pretty much. It's close to the monastery, it's close to stuff. I don't need to run that much. Very good spot. For Dunley farmlands, I'd say this takes the cake, and it's a little bit above the others. But then again, if you don't like it, don't build here. Yeah, this is another quirky spot. And this, maybe one day I'm gonna build here. Maybe. So yeah, I don't have much else to say, to be honest, in terms of base locations. It is what it is. They look all the same to me, except for the landscape, of course. The resources are not that important to be nearby because of the followers, so you do you. You pick your favorite one based on the layout, based on what you see around you when you're in base, and so on. Now, let us get back a little bit into the settings. Let me get to the base, and we can go through the settings that I used. Cool. Good series. Very good series. Very good game. And it was a sad day, the day that I killed Dracula, because I knew this game is gonna finish, and I so love this game. It's fantastic. It's awesome and amazing. And yeah, unfortunately, the level of replayability is not there. Let's be honest, it's not there. Now let me get back to my seat here, and we can go through the saving. You have here some of the settings, but we can go. I'm not sure if options. No. Save and exit. Yes. Let me see. I think we could go with play and private game, and we go to advanced settings, right? Now, select rule set. Do I even save the rule set? Solo. There we go. Load. Okay. So these are the rule set that I set, pretty much. Loot dead players. We don't care about these kind of stuff. Global chat and so on. Only solo play. I don't know why I didn't tick this. Probably it affects some difficulty. I have no idea. Soul shards amount. Unique or plentiful. I think I placed this as unique. Probably. I forgot. Anyway. These are the settings for the world, basically, with the Rift of Mortium and so on. I didn't touch these, apparently. Bloodbound equipment. Yeah, because most of the equipment could not be dropped on death. I didn't want to have that kind of issue anyway. Where is it? Daytime length, medium. Day length, medium. I think I changed these though, but I didn't save the preset. Yeah, hear me out. I did change these, but I didn't save the preset. Day length, I put it short, I think. Let me see, which one was it? The duration of full night day. No, this was medium. It's fine. Daytime length, I put it Swedish winter. Wow, okay. Either short or Swedish winter. The point is here, these two make your daytime as long or as short as possible. I would say Swedish winter goes well because you cannot really play during the day. You cannot really go on big fights. So it is up to you. Now in terms of items, as you can see, everything is maxed out. I don't like the grinding for no reason. I don't like going back often and so on. The stacks should be much higher from my point of view. Well, actually, considering the game, are fine if you go with 3. I would go with 5x, to be honest. Sweet spot would be 5x, but 3 is digestible. Loot multiplier, same thing. I would go with 5x just for the sake of not grinding too much. I mean, doing the grind once or twice is fine, but the more you grind, the more tedious it's gonna get, and the less fun the game is gonna get. I mean, it's okay to fight the mobs and the peasants once, twice, 3 times, but when you have to fight them daily in order to get yourself some items, that's not okay. Servant hunt multiplier, same thing. The higher, the better. Material multiplier, same thing. Blood Essence, same thing. I think I've exaggerated with the Blood Essence. We didn't need that much by far. This you can go lower if you don't want to get encumbered by it as often as I did. Now, durability loss multiplier, same thing, 0.5. Because, why is that? Because I don't want to farm to repair my gear constantly, right? Everything else, it's fine. It's the same. Health multiplier, resource yield multiplier, everything sits at 1, right? So it's basically vanilla. Restock time, 0.5. Again, I would have gone with this lower, but I didn't know how much I need to buy from the vendors. Fortunately for me, I didn't need to buy much. Restock time multiplier, how often or how quickly the vendors and the shady traders, dealers, whatever, they're refreshing their stock. Yeah. Cost multiplier stays to 1 and stock stays to 2. That's about it. So a lot of increase in yield, but decrease in grinding time. This is what I was aiming for. PvP enabled, whatever. This doesn't really matter. I played solo anyway. Now building and on the castle. This is another thing. Decay. I don't care about the decay because it's always gonna be there. Castle relocation enabled, of course. Cooldown. I don't think you need cooldown if you're playing solo. Just do yourself a favor and put this to minimum. I knew I won't relocate that many times. So I had the plan of having only 2 bases, but it's up to you. Castle height limit. Again, I would say if your PC is a little bit beefier, go with max. Go with max. These are limitations that I cannot really endorse because, I mean, let people play, you know? Okay, when you're playing on a server, I can understand this. Limited so everybody can play and so on. When you're playing single player, go bonkers with this. Go bonkers, make yourself unlimited base, make yourself unlimited height. The tile limit, same thing. I didn't touch them because I didn't feel the need. I knew I won't reach these kind of levels too soon. So yeah, for me it was perfectly fine. But again, I suggest you go bigger with these so you can be more creative if you're taking over a bigger area, right? Beware though, tile limit also applies to what's it called? To stories. So if you have 1-story mansion, 2-story mansions, 3-story mansions, this one also applies there. So tile limit is flooring and ceiling, by the way. Or not roofing, because you have the roofing that's done automatically, but when you want to have multiple levels in the house, this is gonna apply. Servant limit, 8 is too much. I didn't end up using all 8. I mean, I had them, but I didn't end up using them because because of the settings of the looting settings, my servants were actually coming in with a ton of loot. And I did not want to just stack it and hoard it. So yeah, I ended up using only 2 or 3 in the end just to get, and in the very, very end, I used only 1 just to get the Stygian shards. So this, up to you. I don't think is necessarily needed that high. You can manage with 5 easily. Vermin nest limitation. I didn't use vermin nest. I mean, I used it a little bit in the beginning and that's about it. I used it to get my rat form and that's it. Tomb limitation, same thing. Prison cell limitation, same thing. Too high. Way too high. Way too high. Because you're gonna end up needing 2, depending on your playstyle, 2 to 3 bloods maximum. Yeah, so, but you can experiment with it. I went with the sorcerer because I liked spamming the spells, but you can very well go with rogue, you can very well go with barbarian, with whatever you want to go. And you will see eventually, depending on your preference and on your playstyle, you will see that eventually you're going to default to one type of blood. And at that point, the other ones look useless. Thrones of Darkness limitation. 1 is perfectly fine. You can have more. Stygian Summoning Circle, same thing. As with the Vermin Nest. Crafting and building. Crafting rate, 6, because I don't want to sleep next to the bench until something is done. Cost multiplier, 1 is perfectly fine. It's vanilla. Refinement rate, same thing. So speed was of the essence in my series rather than altering any other stuff. progression, starting equipment none, starting level 0, so everything went vanilla, right? And there's yes. Now that was it. That was it for our series. That was it for V Rising, and sad day because it finished. But I'm really happy with how the series turned out. I really had a metric ton of fun. Metric ton of fun. It was amazing. It was amazing. This game is fantastic. This game is an easily an S tier game. I would say maybe not S tier because it doesn't have replayability, but it's getting very close. I mean, I don't remember when I had this much fun in a game. I was eager to fight boss after boss after boss after boss. Now, of course, real life sometimes gets in the way. So, yeah, it is what it is. But all things considered, I had fun. This was a masterpiece of a game. I really love it, and I do hope the developers will not abandon it, and we will see some DLCs and some better maps. That was it for our V Rising series, guys. Thank you very much for sticking this long again. I do hope you enjoyed the series. Don't forget to do the whole YouTube Trinity. It really helps. Like, share, subscribe, spread the love. You know the deal. Don't be shy. Come say hi. Discord link in the description down below if you want to have a chat. If you want to discuss about V Rising and other survival games, I'm there. So, once again, I do hope you enjoyed the series. Thank you very much. And we shall see you after a short break with another one. So, see you guys.